Hey folks, Dude here, coming at you on Thursday, August 20th, and you know what? This whole political thing with all these guys kind of like, nibbling around the edges and trying to find some way to come back to the lead, and Trump's still dominating, Ted Cruz picking up some numbers, and all the rest of these guys kind of really still trying to get some validity. If nothing else, there's one thing that is absolutely just one of the funniest effing things I've seen so far, is the news guys trying to wrap their heads around the fact that they cannot make Donald Trump puss out and go, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I hope I didn't offend anybody. Oh, politically correct. Ew." Like one of these butt pukes was going on about like, "Hey," let me do it correctly here. Let me pull the mic in so I can do it very, very well. He basically is like looking at Donald Trump as Donald Trump was using the phrase anchor babies for Mexicans or Latinos or somebody else that comes here pregnant, waits for labor to start, jumps the line, gets the United States, pops the kid out here. Anchor baby. That's how you basically stay in the States, because you have a anchor baby. So anyway, this guy looked at Donald Trump and was like,
"Hey, you can't use that phrase. That's politically incorrect. It's offensive. We find it to be not nice."
So Donald basically looked at the guy and said, "That's nice. It's politically incorrect, but you know what? It's a good descriptive term. What should I say instead?" And the guy goes, "Well, you should say it's a child of an undocumented immigrant who's come to the United States, and this is his child that ensures him to stay." And he goes, "I ain't doing it. I'm going to call him an anchor baby. Piss off." Next question. He didn't say piss off, but that was the attitude. It was like, "I'm not saying that. I'm going to call them anchor babies. Goodbye." Next question. I'm still using it. Oh, man, if nothing else, the political in your face that this guy has is just, I cannot begin to tell you guys how hilarious that it is. When you have somebody that goes, "You know what? I got nuts to drag on the ground. I buy and sell little butt pukes like you for fun, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it." My producer of my podcast, Rich, was telling me about a story once where some guy was, some rich guy, and of course Donald Trump were on Larry King. So the guy's like, blah, 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 blah. "I'm rich, this, that, and the other thing." And Donald Trump goes, "Really?" And the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I'm rich. I never have to worry about blah, 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 blah." And he goes, "Really? Well, how much are you worth?" And the guy goes, "Well, so-and-so and so-and-so." He goes, "I make that with 3 hotels. Tell you what, let's put a stack of cards right here. Put a deck of cards right in front of us. Write down that number. I will write down a check. I will be back here within 30 minutes with that dollar amount of cashier's check, and I will cover your note. If you decide to say whose balls are bigger, cut the cards. We'll see whose balls are bigger. Cut the cards." The guy was like, and walked off the stage. Larry King was laughing his effing ass off because Donald Trump basically said, "You don't frighten me. Not so much that I'm rich, but the fact that you personally do not frighten me. I will basically call your bluff. I will make you put your balls on the table and prove that you are the pussy man that you really are." That's one of the cool things I really like about Trump. I hope, my heart of hearts, I hope he is not a Ross Perot trying to drag off enough votes that we get basically schnookered to have a Jeb Bush in the White House. Jeb Bush sucks. Ben Carson, too much of a nice guy. A whole bunch of these other also-rans, not going to get the votes, okay? I mean, I really like Santorum. I really like Santorum because he's been so demonized by the homosexuals, he will not get the votes. Other people that basically fall by the wayside. The one person that I really, truly respect out of the bunch is Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz goes, "You know what? It's not so much even infighting, but you know what? I respect Donald Trump for what he is and what he's done. I am not going to cross swords with him." Now, you know what? I'll tell you what. If that was a running cabinet right now, if it was Trump, Cruz, that would kick major ass. Also, it would put the leftists in a major tailspin. It would scare all crap out of them because, one, Cruz is a master, and I'm not going to say the phrase altogether, he is a master debater. And I'm not saying like trying to be funny or anything. He is the guy, literally the guy who dominated his college in the debates. You do not ever walk into a room with Ted Cruz and think that you're going to pick him apart and make him look stupid, because he will flip it back on you, throw you on your ass, and treat you like the little bitch you are. He will screw you bad. There's people who have been basically screwing with him in his office, and they got taken apart. And the guy is absolutely fearless. Those two men I greatly respect for two very good reasons. One, they don't take crap. Two, when they do speak, they are making the point so well that they cannot be countered. Now, the news media is not used to strong people standing up on the Republican side of the aisle and telling them, I'm not taking you guys anymore. This is throwing down. We are going roundy round, and I am not going to take it anymore. I am not going to puss out. I'm not going to, we'll have to do a corporate study in Congress and Senate, and we'll have to talk to our guys and advisors and the establishment to see how they feel and which way the wind's blowing and all the rest of this happy horse crap. These two men do not do that. And that is exactly what we need. We need strong, bold, and assertive leadership. Enough of this milquetoast BS that seems to be coming out of the RNC and the stupid light your ass on fire whenever you say a word we don't like, DNC. The news media is nothing but a bunch of Kool-Aid drinking suck-ups who couldn't get the job done right if they had to find their ass with both hands, okay? All of the left is vacant. Right now, they are simply splitting the groups apart and trying to diametrically oppose them to make them infight amongst themselves and distract from the objects and the issues at hand. Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, both those guys running together, that would be the winning ticket in my book, and that would kick major ass. It needs to have happen. Tired of this crap. Stuff's got to get fixed. See you guys, I'm going to break off on this one. Equal to keep it a 10 ring as always. Remember, the mainstream media is crap. And they have been crap. That's why newspapers are going bankrupt, and that's why MSNBC, CNBC, and all these other butt-puke cable stations are going down the drain. Good times. See you guys.